of the counselors.
I'm Erin Spring, one of the counselors at Littlerock as well.
I'm Mrs. Zen, I'm one of the educational social workers here.
And I'm Ms. Castro, another counselor.
Okay, so we're each going to be part of this presentation to present to you, and we'll have plenty of time at the end where you can ask questions and get some other information. So to begin with, this title of this presentation is Take Two to Prevent Suicide. We're going to explain that a little bit more, what that means. We also wanted to introduce our whole support staff. Obviously, we're not all here today, but we have counselors, educational social workers, school psychologists are all here to help you with your any needs that might come up concerning suicide or anything else related. The main focus today is going to be talking about suicide. And okay. And these are just, like we said, we have 5 counselors, Mr. Walls, Mr. Baxter, Ms. Castro, Ms. Pena, and Ms. Spring. We also have Ms. Zen, Ms. Amayun, who are educational social workers that are also trained to help you deal with these kinds of issues. Mr. Flores is an intern counselor. He will also be here a couple of days a week. He can another resource you can go to. And then Mr. Joy and Mrs. Reichel are our 2 school psychologists who are also available to help with any kind of needs that you may have. Okay?
So the following material is serious. It may elicit strong emotional or physical responses among some of you. In such an event, do not hesitate to connect with a trusted adult or support provider. If you feel like you're somebody you know is in immediate danger, please dial 911. And at the end of this, we want you to know, first of all, what it means to take 2, why we all need to take 2, how to identify warning signs, how to take 2 and how not to take 2, and then how to connect with resources and support.
And I also want to include that there will be a questionnaire at the end of our presentation today. So you will be able to get the QR code. And if you do participate in our questionnaire and you answer the questions, you will be eligible to be placed in a raffle where you can earn prizes like t-shirts and gift cards. So,
What does it mean to Take Two? Take Two is a suicide prevention and awareness campaign. It was developed about 5 years ago with the intent to reduce the stigma attached to talking about suicide. We know that suicide is preventable and that when we talk and learn about it, we are better able to identify and help those in need. Take Two is a reminder that it only takes a couple of minutes to check in on your friends and peers and to connect with them with resources and support. Why we all need to take 2. Suicide is the 2nd leading cause of death for high school age students aged 14 to 18. Roughly 1 in 20 high school age students have thought about suicide, also known as suicidal ideation. Suicidal ideation is the highest among the youth LGBTQ+ community, with nearly 45% having seriously considered suicide in the past year. Most importantly, suicide is preventable.
How to identify warning signs. Pain isn't always obvious, but most suicidal people show some signs that they're thinking about suicide. The signs may appear in conversations, through their actions, or in social media posts. If you observe 1 or more of these warning signs, especially if the behavior is new, has increased or seems related to a painful event, loss, or change, step in or speak up. Some of those things are withdrawal, changes in sleep, reckless behavior, personality changes, neglect of appearance, substance abuse, loss of interest, physical pain, sudden mood changes, or giving away belongings. How to take 2. Know your resources. There's trusted adults, or you can dial 988 or text 988. Be direct. Talking about suicide does not put the idea in someone's head, and usually they are relieved to talk about it. Mention the signs that have prompted you to ask about suicide. This makes it clear that you are not asking out of the blue, and makes it more difficult for the person to deny that something is actually bothering them. And 4, connect them to or alert a trusted adult immediately. Don't wait until tomorrow or later in the day.
Okay, so I also wanted to let you know about opportunity for students to make their own video, because we know a lot of times students will respond more to their peers than to adults a lot of the time. So this is an opportunity for you guys, if you want, either individually, you can get a group of you together, you can get help from one of our videographers, or we also have several teachers that can help you with this. But you have a and these are the requirements for the video. If you want to submit a video, you must incorporate the suicide prevention theme into your video, and it also must incorporate the take 2 minutes component of that theme. The video should not exceed 2 minutes. Credits can be added at the end. If that goes over 2 minutes, that's fine. And it cannot contain any kind of graphic content, inappropriate language, or depictions of self-harm. Okay? And if you do make a video, you can submit it, upload it to YouTube, and check the privacy settings, and then complete a video submission form by visiting this website. And due date is March 1st, 2024. Okay? So again, if you have any questions about this or need any further information, you can come to the counseling office and we can hook you up with that. Okay, and now we're going to show you a video that some students at Palmdale High School made last year that won this contest. I would love to be able to show your video next year when we make this presentation. So we really encourage you to try to participate in this contest.
We all have our ups and downs in life. We go about our lives and do things we normally would. Eat, sleep, work, and repeat. But what happens when these tasks we perform every day begin to strain our being? Life can sometimes feel like a block. But as long as we know there are people looking out for us, we can always try to maintain a positive attitude. It takes 2 minutes. Let someone talk to you.
Hey, what's wrong?
Nothing at all, really. Why?
I don't know, you've just been kind of ignoring us, and I've just been concerned, like, where you've been.
I mean, I don't know. I've been out, I guess.
Out doing what? You've just been ignoring my calls and my texts. I don't know, I just want to see if you're okay.
I mean, I'm okay. I've just been going through some rough times lately.
I'm sorry about that. What's going on?
Motivation? It's just everything I see is a block to me.
I don't know, it sounds to me like you've been dealing with depression. Is that what it is?
I mean, I think so. I've been like so focused up on everything else that I can't focus on myself, and I think it's taking a toll on me. I just can't keep doing this anymore.
And I get that, but we're here for you, your friends, your family, everyone. We're all here to support you.
I mean, I can't just tell anyone because I feel like I'll be shamed for it.
Well, that's just a stigma that everyone says, and you need to not think of it like that, because we're here to help you, and we're here for you. And you need to not think of it like that, because we're not here to let you down.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
And remember, there's always somebody to talk to. It only takes 2 minutes to help prevent teenage suicide.
We can create an awesome video for next year's contest, so we really encourage you to try to do that. Okay.
So we learned a little bit about what we can do to take 2. There are also some reasons that you don't need to take 2. So how do we not take 2? First of all, you don't want to promise secrecy to your friends. I know sometimes we want to be able to be that person that they trust, but in this instance, we care more about their safety than what they think about us, okay? We also want to avoid angry or frustrating reactions if they do disclose that information to you. And don't put yourself into danger. If you're concerned about your own safety when talking to somebody else about their safety, please call 911. Don't try to handle this yourself. Although you may be able to empathize or relate with your friends or peers, you are not a trained professional, but you do know where you can find them. Also, it's kind of difficult with this kind of age group, but please try to stop normalizing the kill myself language. We know that you don't want to kill yourself, but sometimes it gets taken a little bit too far. And then these are ways that you can connect to resources and to help support others and yourself. All the adults here on campus are here to help connect you to any kind of school-based supports that we may have. That includes the school counselors, it includes our school psychologists, our educational social workers, and our school administrators like your vice principals, assistant principals, and your principal. You can also go to 988 Suicide Crisis Hotline, Lifeline, which you can text or call if you prefer. The Trevor Project is also great. You can text START to 678-678, or you can call 1-866-488-7386. Or if that doesn't really vibe with you, you can also chat with them at the trevorproject.org. If you believe that you or someone is in immediate danger, please call 911. Okay, so these are, remember in the beginning how I said that there's going to be a little questionnaire at the end? This is the QR code that you can scan to complete the Take 2 questionnaire. You'll be entered into a drawing if you complete all of the questions, which would include gift cards or a Take 2 t-shirt. Or you can also use it to request to speak to a counselor if you want to discuss more about Take 2 or anything in that realm. You can use a QR code, or you can go to the counseling Google Classroom. If you don't have access to that, please let one of the counselors know. And thank you so much for being a great audience.
Does anybody have any questions or concerns or anything that they want to share?